Hey folks, welcome back to another Poemaster video, and today we're going to go over, like we did yesterday with Kanto, we're going to go over some Johto sync pairs and sort of look what they could potentially get once they do get BPs. Again, do keep in mind, we're not sure at the moment yet if every single unit's going to get a BP version, right? But some are, at least, right? Some definitely are. So we're just going to look over them and look at the roster and see what could potentially be suitable if they or when they get their BP Pokemon, right? For those who don't know, BP Pokemon are basically just or BP sync pairs, not Pokemon, are just using old trainers and then giving them different Pokemon, right? So that's that. Then let's start with Bugsy. Bugsy over here has the one that we have in the game at the moment as Beedrill, right? Obviously, you guys know what I kind of want, right? Scyther would be kind of cool, personally, I think, right? If you guys haven't can tell already, I do kind of like Scyther, right? However, looking at some other options, Metapod into Butterfree, maybe, right? Maybe. But yeah, there are like too many other options, like maybe Pinsir, maybe Heracross, right? But yeah, Scyther, Scizor, definitely an option here. Scizor, Pinsir, Heracross are the ones that I do think are the most likely, right? Maybe Fortress or Shuckle, but these I don't think are as nearly as likely as Scyther, Scizor, Pinsir, Heracross, right? In my opinion, because they fit with Bugsy a bit more, right? I mean, these are more so because World Tournament Pokemons aren't as closely associated with because they don't use World Tournament Pokemon or a lot of the World Tournament Pokemon in their gym battles, right? So again, I do think, again, whether they're going to give it a Bugsy Scyther or they're going to give Bugsy Scizor. Scyther is the one that we have a model in the game at the moment, right? We don't have a Scizor model in the game, so maybe more so Scyther than Scizor. Maybe a Scyther that evolves into Scizor, right? And Pinsir we have in the game at the moment, right? Heracross, I don't think we do. So anyways, moving on, next one, got Claire. Claire is interesting, right? Because Claire has a team of Dragonairs. So could they give Claire a Dragonair that doesn't evolve into Dragonite? I guess they could. That would also be slightly weird, but also very fitting because, people do generally associate Claire with Dragonair a lot, right? So that would be fun. Something else that would be fun is if for the BP sync pairs, Claire, and I mentioned this in the Kanto video, right? Claire and Lance swap their Pokemon, so Claire gets Dragonite and then Lance gets Kingdra. That would be slightly cool as well, right? But yeah, the most likely candidate here is just either Dragonair or Dragonite. Nothing else really stands out too much, I don't think, right, for her. So yeah, I think those are probably the best options there. Moving on to next, we got Karen, right? Wow, they jumped from C all the way to K, really? I don't know why this is out of order, but okay, there's still Ethan. But Ethan's a pro tag. We can talk about pro tags later, but let's just keep on going here. So Karen, over here, right? At the moment we have Houndoom. I would love to see her have Umbreon because I like Umbreon a lot, and it fits, right? So it's second gen dark type. Although, again, it doesn't have to be a second-gen dark type, but Umbreon definitely, I'd say, really fitting. Murkrow, maybe? But I do think Umbreon's much more likely, right? Plus, we have the Umbreon model in the game already. So that's another thing going for Umbreon. In terms of anything else, I don't think any of these are as good of a choice as Umbreon, right? Or even like Honchkrow / Murkrow. So, yeah, Karen with Umbreon could definitely be pretty nice, right? Moving on, we got Price. Price, at the moment, we have Dugong. Piloswine is the clear, I want to say clear number one option for Price if Price is going to get you know, a BP Pokemon, right? I mean, you could say maybe Weavile, but then again, why give Price Weavile when you could give Price Piloswine, and then you could give Weavile to like Silver, right? Or Cyrus. Wouldn't that be better? Don't you think? So yeah, I do think Piloswine is kind of the clear choice here. Speaking of Silver, here we go. Silver. Obviously starts out with the starters and gets some more Pokemon, right? Same thing, different starters. They get Magnemite for some reason. I don't really think any of these are relevant, but yeah, I do think the big one for Silver is Sneasel / Weavile, right? Depends if they want to give it Weavile or give him Weavile or not, because obviously Weavile was not a thing back in Gold and Silver. However, Weavile is a thing in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so that's definitely not impossible, right? Could definitely happen. Although, again, yeah, I don't think he ever like got to Weavile in his game. So, or yeah, when you battled him. So there's also that, I guess. But regardless, I think Sneasel / Weavile is also the clear choice here, right? A lot of these Johto trainers do have like much clearer choices than some of the Kanto ones that we went over before, right? So that's something to note. Whitney, we have Meltank at the moment, which obviously is the most, you know, infamous partner for Whitney. However, in terms of our other options, we can do Clefairy, because one, Clefairy's in the game, two, Whitney uses Clefairy on her team, right? The other option, which I also think would be solid, would be Draftrig, right? I mean, it's a rare, you know, it's very rare for a trainer to ever use Draftrig, so I guess that could be nice, right? We get some Draftrig representation that we desperately need. From the Leaders Tournament, maybe Ursaring as well. Maybe Ursaring. Maybe Ambipom, although Ambipom's a bit of a stretch. I do think there's more, you know, better people fit Ambipom. But yeah, it's probably between Clefairy, Draftrig, or what was it again? Ursaring. Unfortunately, Whitney, I don't think ever uses Stantler. So, well, I guess use Stantler in Pokemon Stadium, but you know, in the main series, I don't think I ever used Stantler, which is slightly sad because no one uses Stantler, right? So I don't think is anyone ever gonna get Stantler in this game. I also have like Eggmons or whatever. Anyways, next we got Will. So Will at the moment got Xatu. Will, well, he has two Zatus on his team. As for some other Pokemon, he has Executor, Slowbro, Jinx. I do think Executor might be the most probable of the three because one, it's in the game. And does he have no other like main type psychics? Grumpig, Gardevoir. Yeah, I don't think Grumpig and Gardevoir are. I guess they're possible. You know what? Maybe Grumpig. It's just that Will is just so closely associated with Xatu. It's like anything else is like kind of like really like Will's kind of like, dude, does he really need a BP sync pair? Because first of all, you know, Xatu's not terrible in this game, right? And he's just so closely associated with Xatu. But yeah, I could maybe see Executor, maybe see Grumpig, right? Don't think he's gonna get Gardevoir. And then to a lesser degree, maybe Jinx or Slowbro, right? Will kind of hard to really say. Jasmine at the moment is Steelix. I know what everyone's thinking. Oh my god, are we gonna get Jasmine and Amphi, right? And I'm thinking no. Just because if they're gonna, because it's such a popular pairing, right? Even though, I mean, she never had Ampharos. Maybe World Tournament? Yeah, no, not even in the World Tournament, where they give, you know, people wacky Pokemon. Stadium? No, not even Stadium. Yeah, she's just never had like Amphi at all, right? And people, again, it's a really, really popular pairing, despite her never having Amphi. But I do think if they're gonna do it, they might do like a seasonal Jasmine with Amphi, or some kind of, you know, alt Jasmine with Amphi, so they could sell a bit more. Because again, trust me, that's gonna be popular if they actually do that, right? Imagine like a Singsu Jasmine with Amphi. It's like a Ampharos costume. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? But yeah, I don't think they're gonna do Amphi with BP Jasmine. In terms of what they could do with BP Jasmine, Skarmy would be cool. I think Skarmy would be really, really cool with Jasmine. Definitely. And then maybe like Magnemite / Magneton / Magnezone, depending on which stage they want. Fortress maybe. But yeah, I do think Skarmy is probably the best option here. At least in my opinion. Alright, are we missing anyone here? Morty, they've already confirmed it's Miss Magius. As for the protags, again, a lot of people have been like giving like a lot of protags some like really crazy BP sync pairs, right? Like, oh, they're gonna give, you know, give Ethan Lugia. I don't think they're gonna make a BP sync pair have like Lugia. Like, okay, maybe Regirock, because you know the player has Regirock, but like Lugia, big stretch. And even like Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, like I do think it would be much better if they used that for like Singsu versions of those three instead, right? So in terms of what they get for BP, it could honestly be anything, just like any like Johto Pokemon. Maybe they could just swap their starters around, call it a day, right? That'd be nice. Although I don't really care for them swapping their starters. I do care about May swapping her starter out for Torchic though. But that's for another video. That's for Hoenn, which we'll go over soon, right? So anyways, that's for this one, I guess. Hope you guys know. I'm gonna guys think in the comments down below. Like enjoy this video, so we're channel for some more Pokemon Masters content, and also yeah, let me know what you guys think about some of these pairings, right? So yeah, again, that's it for this video. Have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.